Burnout is a much more serious thing. Some of my coworkers or other people I've worked with in the past will say that they're burnt out. A lot of the times they are, but one of the things that I've noticed is that sometimes people feel burnt out when they're just working very hard and they don't see that translate at all. So it's not even necessarily the degree that they're working or the amount of time that they're putting in, but it's the lack of relationship between the amount of time you're putting in and then actual movement or progress. And that can be really defeating. I've seen people who work much harder but don't feel as degraded because they feel that movement.
Yeah, I mean, that really resonates because there's definitely times over the years of building ConvertKit and other projects where you're like, I'm working the hardest I've ever worked and it just doesn't feel that hard because we're getting results. And then other times you're like, I'm not even necessarily putting in more time or it's that much harder, but it's a slog because it doesn't feel like it's working. What do you think about when you find yourself in that space of like the inputs are not directly affecting the outputs, either from a mental side or process? How do you handle that and get through it?
Continuously revisiting what your priorities are. If you imagine yourself as a vector, like how closely aligned is your vector and like your priority vector? They're always going to be a little off, but is it perpendicular or is it actually aligned? How much of your day is actually due to inertia versus intentional thought? What do I really need to get done to reach my goals? That's something we always just continuously need to check in on. When you're in that mental space where you're really struggling and you're not seeing progress, design really small wins for you. I think people sometimes set really, really big goals, audacious goals, and that's awesome. But then they don't set up the building blocks on the way there. That can be really defeating to be like, I have this goal and I just don't feel like I'm making any progress.